So I have eaten some of my own human flesh, and I think that's pretty cool, and I don't think it's that weird, honestly.
So addressing some of the backlash I've gotten from the rib eating video. First of all, it is a true story. Sorry guys, yeah, it's completely true. My mom was in the room with me when I did this, and she was fine with it. She thought it was cool. She thought it was silly. I also tell everyone this story, and everyone thinks it's like really funny. Like, I've told my boss this story and he thought it was hilarious. So I'm a little surprised by the backlash, guys.
It's getting weird. Toward infinity. On this episode of Why? The Whyte's Wonder.
That right there is enough, guys. I wanted to use this guy's clip because it explains this situation very well. But how are y'all doing in the first place? I hope you guys are doing great. I personally am well, and I always want to say thank you to all of you that keep supporting me on here. My members, a very big special shout out to you guys. Thank you for those that give me super thanks. I appreciate all of you guys. Tell me why this lady felt so comfortable to come on the internet and share a story of how she ate her own flesh after a surgery. I landed on this clip on TikTok and I thought there's no way this was happening. And quite a number of Black people have reacted on this lady's video and confession. And a lot of white people as well have reacted to this confession, and they're like, we thought, you know, we were getting in a very good relationship with Black people. Only for us to find out now they know that one of our own ate her own. Right. Let's watch this, come back and talk about it. Do me a favor, like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. And credit goes to all the original creators in these videos.
When I was in high school, I had to get my rib removed for this rare, like, blood syndrome thing. And so when I got it removed, I asked for it back after the surgery. And for some reason, they just agreed to give it back to me. And they gave it back in this little vial filled with liquid. And there was still, like, meat on it, like muscle. And so when I got home, I had to get all the muscle off so it would stay, like, preserved and wouldn't, like, rot. And so I boiled it in this pot. And then at the end, I had a rib with cooked meat on it. And I tried some of it. I ate some of it. So I have eaten some of my own human flesh, and I think that's pretty cool, and I don't think it's that weird, honestly. Yeah, I think it's pretty exciting. It didn't taste good, by the way. It tasted very bad, probably because it was soaking in some, like, formaldehyde for a while. I don't know.
So addressing some of the backlash I've gotten from the rib eating video. First of all, it is a true story. Sorry guys, yeah, it's completely true. My mom was in the room with me when I did this, and she was fine with it. She thought it was cool. She thought it was silly. I also tell everyone this story, and everyone thinks it's like really funny. Like, I've told my boss this story and he thought it was hilarious. So I'm a little surprised by the backlash, guys. Like, open your minds. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it's just a little bit of human flesh, like not that much. It's all good, guys. Definitely the most concerning part is the formaldehyde, which now I'm actually kind of like, maybe I should get checked out because I didn't realize it was like super carcinogenic, but you know, we'll worry about that down the line. Anyways, here's the rib. True story, guys.
And this may be a hot take, but I don't really feel like the girl who ate her own rib meat is that weird. It's her own rib meat. Chew on my lips. I'm sure I've eaten more than like a rib meat chunk's worth of my own lip. So like, I just don't think it's that weird. The most questionable part about it is the fact that it was soaked in something, like a chemical.
So everyone's all in a tizzy about that girl that ate some of her own rib meat, but I pose another question. So the guy that got his leg amputated in a motorcycle accident and had his friends all consensually eat his leg meat in tacos, is that technically vegan because he consented to that? A lot of times people are vegan because animals can't consent. And also, I would have tried some. Yeah, I would.
White people clock in, guys. I just got back from Black TikTok. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. The bitch ate her rib meat. What? Why did you do that? We were up. We were up after the gingers came in. They acted as a bridge between us and them. I was enjoying my Black TikTok. Imagine my surprise. Imagine my surprise when I see a TikTok talking about, y'all, I done ventured over to white TikTok and them out doing what them was do. Fuck. We were up. Now what the hell are we gonna do? You can't come back from that. Damn it. I would just like to say, as a white person, I'm sorry that I'm white. I'm sorry that I'm white. I know I can be gay with them, but I'm gonna be straight with y'all. I have run my ancestry, and I am nothing but white. But I'd never eat my fucking rib meat.
I know when black folks say that's some white people shit. You know what I mean? I just saw a TikTok on this woman who's updating the black community on white TikTok and what's going on. Can someone tell me why this woman apparently had surgery, had her rib removed, asked to take the rib home, which got it home, and I don't know, I guess was hungry. Y'all, white people, listen. If y'all don't quit fuss, I don't quit with this shit. I swear to God, like I can't take it no more. All right, I'm sick of this. Y'all keep doing stupid shit. I'm making us look bad. You hear me? White people, y'all gonna have me saying this shit.
Hey blacks, so you know it's my job to make sure I tell you guys what's going on white TikTok because I want you guys to be informed, and if I had to see it, so do you. On today's episode of White TikTok, there is a white girl who made a story time about how she had to get her rib removed, right? And when I'm listening to the story, I'm thinking she's trying to get snatched, like, oh, okay, you know, like the Kardashians did, you know, get a rib removed. No, she had some type of medical situation. She had to get a little piece of that rib removed. Okay, cool. She then asked the doctor if she could keep it, you know, as a for some reason, I don't know. So the doctor gave it to her in a jar, as they do with preservatives, because it is, you know what I'm saying, a body part. She takes it home, realizes there's a little bit of meat on the bone, and says, I can't have my bone with meat on it. Starts to boil the bone to get the meat off and eats the meat. She ate her own meat, y'all. She ate her meat. She ate her meat. She ate her meat. But it's just like, she had the audacity to tell me it wasn't good. Bitch, it was marinated in formaldehyde. Then you boiled it. And my whole thing is, if you was going to try some of that rib meat of yours, you should have told the doctor to put it in a plastic bag and you should have grilled it up. You should have really took it there. You know what I'm saying? If you was finna eat your own meat, if you was finna try human flesh for the first time, I would expect you to put some care into it. You could have seasoned her up. You know what I'm saying? If you was going to marinate her in something that makes sense, not formaldehyde. You know what I'm saying?
Do not go to the white side of TikTok right now if you ain't got a strong stomach. If you don't have a strong stomach, do not go to the white side of TikTok. There is this girl that just made a video talking about she went to the doctor and the doctors had to remove her rib, one of her ribs. She had surgery. They let her take that little piece of that rib home. This Caucasian boiled the rib because she only wanted the bone. She wanted to get the meat off. So she boiled the rib and then she thought to herself, herself said, huh, that's rib meat, right? Yeah, maybe I should try it. Go off. She ate her own rib meat. She ate the rib meat off her rib cage. She ate her. That ain't even, Nene, don't say that. Don't say that. Y'all are not beating the allegations. Y'all used to eat us. Yes, y'all used to barbecue slaves and eat them. This is not far-fetched. But to eat your own meat off your own body, oh my God.
And if they'll eat themselves, they'll definitely eat us. I wasn't convinced in the past when they used to be like black people used to get eaten. I wasn't convinced. But now, baby, all this dark meat, y'all better run.
Hey, black people, y'all been away TikTok lately? Let me tell you what's going on. They eating ribs. Not black people ribs. They own damn ribs. Now they got white people who don't want to be white no more. Because it's rather embarrassing. They eating ribs, y'all. They own damn rib. That's it.
I'm like formaldehyde.
I didn't just see what I thought I saw. Look, white people, I've seen y'all do some heinous shit over the years, but eating your own rib meat? Apparently she got it removed and they let her take it home, and she wanted to eat it, so she ate it. What in the Hannibal Lecter is this? No, white women aren't scared of anything, man. Y'all not beating the allegations no more. I'm done. Like, I thought I was seeing things because I was falling asleep before I saw that. No, there are several videos that talk about it. Like, what? Like, how is that not illegal? I mean, I know it's technically hers, but there has to be something to prevent that. Like, for real? Yeah, I think that's enough TikTok for me tonight. I think I need to go to bed. Y'all, I don't have the words.
The girl who came on here and admitted she ate her own rib meat. You should have kept that in the draft. I don't know if you're trying to convince yourself or us that it wasn't weird, but that's some weird shit. Yeah. There's some weird shit. When I first heard the story, I thought people was really talking about a rib, but it was really her rib. They took out. She asked for it. They gave it to her. I don't know why, but they gave it to her. It's meat on the rib. She cooked them like her. So she wanted a little taste. She ate it. Didn't taste too good. Nasty. But in conclusion, this all started with Adam and Eve. You know, if it wasn't for Adam and Eve, we wouldn't be out here eating a rib. And I know it's a lot of y'all out there wishing y'all could eat yourself, you lonely bitch. And don't get me wrong, it's not weird that she wanted her rib because people, you know, somebody took my rib out. I probably want my rib. But it's the fact that in her mind, let me try and see how this tastes because it got a little meat on it. Let me see how the meat tastes. That's what's weird about it. But as always, I'm just trying to keep it large. Your daddy wasn't no gangster. Everything don't need to be on the internet.
So there is a Jeffriana Dahmer on TikTok. Why this girl come on here and said that them doctors took out her rib? She asked them to take the rib home for whatever reason. They let her take it home. It was soaking in formaldehyde or whatever. She gets home, notices, hey, there's some meat on this bone. We don't waste food around here. Let me boil it. Boil it and eat it. She said it didn't taste good. Probably because she didn't season it. You know, little Tony's. The garlic powder, and also probably because it was soaking in formaldehyde. Never tasted formaldehyde before, but I can imagine it doesn't taste pleasant. This is what happens when you let your intrusive thoughts win, babe. Nothing that would have ever crossed my mind would have made me unscrew that jar and even touch the rib. I would have been disgusted just trying to pick it out the jar. Boil it. Out of all things, you could have fried it. Like, come on now. But I don't know. That's crazy.
Young lady out there eating ribs that don't belong to cows and chickens and stuff, you out of control. Okay, what I want you to know is that you don't have to do that. Okay, don't do that. Okay, you can come eat at Luna del Taco and have a Barrera. I'm sure it's better. But can I ask you a question, baby? Is times really that hard? What hospital, move boy, what the hospital gave you your piece of rib? Where? No, see, y'all asking all the wrong questions. See, and this is what Auntie come in at, because I'm gonna use the sense God gave me. I want to know what motherfucking hospital let you take your rib home, bitch? Because I done had a lot of pieces and parts probably took out of me, because I done had 3 C-sections. And not one time did they offer to give me any goddamn thing but a hard time, and then they forgot to feed me during COVID when I had that one back there in the back seat. So what I want to know is what hospital let you take a rib home? And when you got it home, and it was sitting in that jar for formaldehyde, what about that rib said cook me? And I know what you did. You took that mother out the jar. You ain't put no garlic powder, no paprika, no onion powder. You ain't put no bell peppers or onions or nothing around that rib. You ain't even probably put no barbecue sauce on it. You just back to Mount Caucasus. You should go. You are going back to Mount Caucasus. You know what? We're going to start a roster now. We're going to list up the folk that need to just, and everybody don't have to go to Mount Caucasus, don't have to be this color. We just going to send all the dummies over there, because at this point, y'all have a nice night. Just good night, y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, because
Pimp and Pimpettes, how in the did I end up on this side or that side of TikTok? I don't know. She ate her own rib meat? What in the is going on? So apparently she has some type of condition to where she eventually had to have a piece of her rib removed. And when she did, she asked the doctor if she could take the rib home with her. And they told her, yeah, who does that? And they put it in some like formaldehyde or something. Now, y'all, when she get home, she realized that this piece of rib got some meat on it. She boils the damn meat, even though it's been sitting in formaldehyde jar. Now, she did say the meat wasn't good, but she wanted a clean bone. What in the hell? This ain't pork or beef. Hannibal Lecter face ass girl. I don't know how I got over there, y'all. but I need to get back to where I was at. And at this point, I think it's TikTok saying, get the fuck off of TikTok and go clean up like you're supposed to be doing. And that's exactly what I'm about to do. Y'all, please tell me y'all seen that video. Like, what in the world is going on?
She ate the meat off of her own rib of her own body. This is from her mouth. She said the rib that she had to get removed from her own body, she ate the meat off of it. Basically, this woman come on the internet saying how when she was younger, she had some rare medical condition, and this condition caused her to have to get one of her ribs removed. Boom. She asked the doctor, can she have it? They say yes. Weird, but yes. They let her take it home. She take it home in a jar. It's in a jar full of liquid, probably formaldehyde. Huh? Okay, and it's been soaking in that. Your rib with some meat still on it, which is also disgusting because they could have took her meat off the rest of that damn bone. Anyway, she took it home, notices there's meat on it. She says, oh, as my preserved rib that come out of my body, I want it to be a clean bone. I want it to be a clean sweep. So she decides to take it out of the fucking formaldehyde, put it in a pot on her fucking stove and boils it. She wants a tender piece of meat. And then after she boils it, she realizes, a rib is a rib is a rib. Might as well try it. Don't want to waste no food. Don't want to waste no meat. So she goes and tastes the meat. Now, she said the meat was nasty. Awful. Probably because it's from a human being. And also, it was soaking in formaldehyde for who knows how long.
I'm on the white side of TikTok and my GPS is broken. Someone please point me to the nearest goddamn highway. But while I was over there, come closer, this is what happened. So a white girl who's in high school, right? Let's call her Jane. So Jane gets a rib removed. Common procedure, some say, right? Okay, cool. So she asks her doctor, Dr. Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein, can I have my rib as a souvenir, I guess? Whatever. Dr. Frankenstein obliges, agrees, says absolutely, sends her on her way like it's a brand new baby, right? Cool. Boom. She gets home. Jane goes, I don't like that my rib still has meat on it. Meat on it? It came from you. What are you talking about? Your other ribs attached to your insides have meat on them too. Whatever. Cool. Jane get me stressed out. You see my hand? Stressed out. So Jane goes, no. Takes it out of the formaldehyde, the preservatives, places it in a pot, puts it on the stove, boils it, eats it like it's a July barbecue. Then comes to us and says, I'm a little worried because formaldehyde is a carcinogenic. Maybe I should go seek medical attention. You're about 4 or 5 things behind on what you should be worried about, Jane. Get off this goddamn side. Where's the exit at, man? I'm sick of this shit.
Now, it's not that cannibalism does not exist. It exists, even in some parts of Africa. Now, though, I have never seen someone comfortably coming out to confess that they have tasted some Homo sapien meat. This lady comes out on this public internet where records will stay and comfortably says, it is not even weird. Huh? And then you have another lady that reacted in here that was like, she would also try it. Huh? We've heard stories of one of the guys from this community again with his amputated leg consenting to his friends his flesh. And then we have heard of stories of where they used to eat black people. It's so hard to defend you palm-colored people. Because some of the things that you guys do and some of the things that you put on the internet really, like, expose you. They give you up so easily. Like, you give yourself up so easily. But this right here, disgusting, crazy things that palm-colored people do. And that's why some black people would never want to eat from their places. First, they feed the dogs with the same cutleries they use. Now let me give you a story. If you thought you were literally just shocked, don't judge me, because I didn't know better. Okay? Now I didn't eat, of course. Okay? Okay. So, back then, I think like 2016, I was part of this outreach missionary group, and we happened to visit a home of a palm-colored person that had settled in Uganda. And so he invited some of his guests, and so those guests called me to tag along, and I was like, okay, no problem, right? We go there, we find they have made meals and all of that, and we are served. And I remember I said, don't judge me, okay? Don't you dare do that. Because I can't believe I'm narrating this story anyway, but I think I've told quite a few of my friends about this story. So we eat, and we happened to eat some type of ribs that really didn't taste like any meat that I know. Didn't taste like sheep, didn't taste like goat, didn't taste like cow. I'm like, anyway, of course they don't know how to spice their food. So I was like, maybe it's the less spice, right? Yeah. So, but later on, the family that hosted us started narrating a story, because this family these guests that invited me to tag along, they complimented one of the dogs they found home, right? And I was like, oh, it looks so nice, As the family that hosted us was like, oh yeah, we actually had 2 of them, but one fell sick, and we really hated seeing him suffer, so we had to do what had to be done. And in fact, that's who he had this dinner. I'm not lying, yo. Like, I'm being serious. I ate so on this episode of Why the Whites Wonder, it is so hard. Ever since then, I promise you, I will never, ever eat at I learned my lesson. There's quite a lot of weird stuff these people eat. These people would take the Egyptian mummies, and then they're like, actually, that they ate them because they thought that they possessed magic. These people would extract jaws of African warriors and later on eat their meat. I hope you haven't judged me, but now I completely understand, because coming from where I come from, we eat normal stuff, okay? So that was a shocker. And I promise you, never ever in my life will I ever taste something a palm-colored person offers me, just in case I end up in that situation. As long as I don't know how it was prepared or where it is from, I have to ask. I will never. Because for someone to comfortably feel like it is okay and it is not even weird to cook your own meat and consent with your friends to eat your leg, like, again, I'm not saying that cannibalism does not exist anywhere, but people cover it up. But these people are like, and you know what? What are yet to be alive and actually witness a lot of them, like literally confessing, making these dark confessions. Sometimes when we talk about these things, a lot of them be like, oh, black people hate us. These people manufacture stories. Hey, these people just, don't like us because we are better. We are. Well. That was it. But to be honest, the world and things are getting more weirder and weirder and weirder. Don't be shocked. You have to be very conscious with the kind of people you... Yeah, because me, I was fed a dog. I was. So, dear palm-colored people, I know that some black people have palm-colored friends. Okay, because not all of them are really racist, like as in blatantly, right? There are those that are deconstructing and they are progressive and yeah, they're out of the bubble, right? If a black person be like, what is that? Please don't think it is weird. We have every reason to, yeah. You... Let me know what you think. Because me, I'm out of here. How can someone feed me like a dog? How these people be saying, oh, Africans eat monkeys, they eat this, they eat on the down low, it be them, huh? Let me know what you think in the comment section. From me for today, that's it. I love all of you. Yeah, I'll see you in another amazing video. Bye.